More Northern California hospital workers now have the first vaccine shot tonight. Kaiser and Manteca is now giving the Pfizer vaccine to its workers with the highest risk of getting the virus.
And that includes doctors, nurses, and therapists. San Joaquin County Public Health had nearly 5,000 doses to distribute to the county's 7 hospitals. Well, Congress appears to be on the verge of passing a new pandemic relief measure. Let's bring in CBS 13 political analyst Gary Dietrich now.
Gary, how could this impact all of us here in California?
Well, Curtis, there's a lot of pieces of this that Californians, many of them would be very glad to hear about. $300 million we're hearing in small business relief under the PPP program, enhanced unemployment benefits that would continue, and more. There's and actually a direct stimulus payment, maybe half of what people saw in the spring, but that would go to both taxpayers and their dependents. So there's an awful lot of pieces in this. Of course, we had Nancy Pelosi and Kevin McCarthy both here from California, 2 of the big 4 negotiating this. They say they may take them through the weekend to get it done, but they're committed to make that happen, they said.
Yeah, we're all anxious to hear how this is all going to play out. Gary, let's talk a little bit about President-elect Joe Biden and his pick for the EPA. We know Mary Nichols, who has been leading California's Air Resources Board for well over a decade now, was his leading candidate, but now he's moving in a different direction. So what's going on here?
Well, she took some serious heat, Adrian, from the so-called progressive left wing of the party, people that really didn't like our cap and trade program. Long story short, that enables businesses to pay for their pollution, and then those funds go into projects like reforestation and so forth. That's not a favored program by many environmentalists. They came out hard against her for that, and he's turned to now the EPA director out of North Carolina as a result.
And a very diverse cabinet he's picking. The candidate now, African-American, and we also know that his Interior Secretary pick, who he's expected to announce, is a Native American from New Mexico. So, Gary, thanks for keeping us on top of all this, and we'll check in with you as the days move on.